And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Four down. Set. 80.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And Josh Hill has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
30.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Now a first carry for their fullback. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they work this out past the 25. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Wentz to throw on second down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So from the 36 now, first and 10. On first down, it's Tannehill. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And off comes to Smallwood. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
82, 82.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Check. Set. 240.
And they'll run it here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Set. Lady.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Preston Smith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. First down, a run to Smallwood. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
On 2nd down, Smallwood. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. To throw, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Wentz now on 1st down. Ertz has it left side. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Come on now,
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They run again on first down with Smallwood. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On second down, here's Wentz. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Will tie a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Room here to run. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. To throw is Tannehill. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Again, it's Wentz. Eluding the press, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hole.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Tannehill on 1st down. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy's stone-faced wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, 3rd quarter. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think that...
And he's taken down here by the Saints. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Set. 30.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, his second sack now of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Set. With 80.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Tannehill. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Derek Barnett with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And his kick here is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Flush to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
Set. Waiting.
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. That is caught at the 7. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Waiting.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point attempt to follow here. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a second down.
Great. Go.
Throwing now is Wentz. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. This one complete to Smallwood. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 35 yards there on the third down conversion. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And it's caught. And he's brought down. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will get them one closer. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And shutting him off, now open field. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now a handoff looking right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Great 15, great 15.
To throw is Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Throwing is Wentz. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will tie things at 20 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
30.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And they'll go on the ground. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
All right, everybody in the house had to figure that was going to be a 1-yard plunge. I know I was fooled. How about you?
Absolutely. I had to readjust my eyes when it was a play fake. Good job defensively, though, to not bite.
Too bad that didn't end the series. They still have to hold in there.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now they try the right side here. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Once again here on 2nd and 10. He finds an opening past the 40. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
This by 7.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Shorty. Go.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 3rd and short, Smallwood. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wentz now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Wentz. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Tannehill. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on fourth down.
20.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on fourth, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Going right back to Smallwood. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And the Saints signal for another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Smallwood. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He'll get it up the middle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 26-yard attempt.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from